just go live. And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday? Decided that it would be really good to get caught short having to talk to someone about a video I am currently working on because they actually know about the subject. And I want to make sure I don't say anything too ridiculously stupid. But generally speaking, I think I'm on solid ground. But it does involve talking a lot. Actually, they've just messaged me back, and I just want to make sure. They're actually going to go and watch the video that I am responding to see what they think of it, which will be a fun read. Anyway, yes, hello. Volume is low. That might have been because I was facing away from the microphone whilst checking things to make sure I hadn't fucked anything up. Like, I often have to make sure I'm not streaming some random piece of audio that I don't want to be making noise. Which I just saw that there was something that was fully volumed.
Is it me?
It didn't apparently have any sound. You technically come through the same sound as I do now.
Ah.
Because I have a fancy box on my desk.
We come together, do we?
Yes, basically. I have a fancy box on my desk that has multiple inputs. And then, yeah. Anyway, why did I see a new video and then it disappeared? Pass. I mean, there is a small possibility that something went unlisted for a moment while I was organizing things. But most of the time, what tends to happen is that I've forgotten what I was fucking saying. Most things they'll either be unlisted or private, so you shouldn't technically be able to find them. But I know for a fact that if I have put something to go into the playlist, the big long playlist that I have, occasionally I'll have to unlist it so it goes from unlisted to private. Oh no, it goes from private to unlisted because when you pre-prepare things, they go private for a bit. But other than that, no. Wait, anyone spare some quid for gifty memberships? Are you saying people should be giving out gifts? Well, you could always like get yourself one, you know. Cersei is going to stop being so dumb. I didn't say. I mean, one day I'll be dead. So, I mean, I don't think I'll be as dumb when I'm dead. I am so dumb that I'd forgotten what I titled this stream. So, you know, there you go. That proves it. I am the big smart. Did you set anything up for today and upload? No, I didn't. So, if you saw something, that might have been YouTube being fucking weird. Because all I've done today is set a live stream to go live at 9, which was 5 minutes ago. So, unless it was that being strange, I couldn't tell you. How do you look back on your old videos? Are you asking how does one go back to them, or are you asking how I feel about them? Because to go back to them, you just have to spin your finger a lot on the scrolly wheel. But to me, lots and lots and lots of cringe. Some of my older videos I'm very unhappy with. Some of my older videos I'm okay with, but I'd rather people didn't watch them. And some of my older videos are pretty alright. And I like see them and I'm like, fucking hell. Basically, anything within about the last 4 years, I'm generally pretty okay with. I stopped using aggression as something in place of actual humor, which I think definitely improved my videos. Like my first ever videos were all scriptless, drunk, no fucking, like they had some semblance of quality because using avatars, I think just improves most people's content wildly, because I don't get the whole face cam thing unless you are actually doing lots of work to make yourself not look like shit. You should just not bother. Uh, I said something really stupid once. It involved giving up whiskey for New Year's. Came to my senses real quickly. At New Year's, I'm assuming. Uh, are they going to bury you in a giant whiskey bottle? Wouldn't want to run out down there. No, they're going to bury me underneath the fucking. I was going to say whiskey factory. That's not the fucking right words.
I like the idea that you're fermenting, though.
I mean, I would ferment real good.
I'm gonna make you into whiskey.
Really, I've said more stupid things than I can remember. But you can only remember like 3 words, so what is it? The thumbnail said, "Where am dinosaurs?" And it came in my recommended. It said it was uploaded just minutes. Where am I don't think I've ever made a video called "Where am dinosaurs."
It does sound like something.
That sounds like something I would. Are you sure you didn't hallucinate that? That sounds fucking amazing. I mean, let's be frank. If I remember that, that might be an upcoming video. But I do actually have several videos that are uploaded. They aren't titled. They aren't. They don't have fucking thumbnails and shits on them. They are just literally the straight upload with a title that's made up of letters that was what I was thinking, the words I was thinking as I was writing it. But none of those are ready to go up. And now I have to find out if I have any videos that go along the lines of "Where am dinosaurs?" I do have videos on dinosaurs. I like my videos on dinosaurs. But there we go. So I got the Flat Earth Full one, which was relatively recently, with old mate Eric Dubay, because he thinks dinosaurs are a hoax. Jehovah invented dinosaurs, which was the Jehovah's Witness one. Creationist idiots, human killed the dinosaurs, because yeah. Evolution am imaginary. God put dinosaurs on Noah's Ark. Dinosaurs prove creation. Dinosaurs cannot fly. Dinosaurs are in the Bible. Christians against dinosaurs versus fossils. Yeah, none of those are called "Where am dinosaurs?" But I'm putting that on the list. Where's the list gone? Shit, I can never remember.
How do you keep yourself and the content fresh? The apologists' arguments are consistently stale and weak.
So my technique to try and make continually entertaining videos is to try and take new angles on the same arguments. Try, like, a lot of them do try to have their arguments seem like a different argument, but when you look at it and you know what it is, it's obvious what it is. But then I also just try and make amusing points that I might not have made before. And if I can't do that, then I just try and make new jokes. And if I can't do any of that, I'm probably not making a video on it. But yeah, I do try and cover subjects that I've not covered before, or sort of specific versions of that. Looking at a title, is that a threat?
Have you seen any video from people who are really into walking trees? Might be some material for you. What,
Well,
like ants? Someone said that's all ants.
This am ent? Who am ent? Why am ent? Oh,
I don't know, because ents tend to have faces, don't they? It's more like an animated tree.
Yeah. So no, I've not heard of, like, are they walking trees, or are they, like, I can think of an actual real thing that might be, say, a tree that would move along it with its roots and, like, eventually actually move some distance.
Make
We would call that
yeah.
walking trees. And it's like, yeah, but it takes like fucking 500 years for it to make it about 5 meters. It's like, yeah, I guess, but I could see that being a real thing. But if they mean like it fucking uproots itself like a goddamn dress
And just whoop, whoop,
and
whoop,
just
whoop,
boom, 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 I want to be here now. I mean, that sounds fucking awesome, but seems a little bit unlikely. Sick knows English so well he could butcher it and still make sense. That's true, actually. I enjoy language and I enjoy screwing it up. However, I will regularly make stupid mistakes by accident. And the best part of how I've sort of built up my brand is that no one notices. Most people think I do it on purpose. Most of the time I do, but when I don't, I've got plausible deniability.
Well, you have a habit of misspeaking. It's because your brain's running too fast.
Yeah, I genuinely, when I make a mistake rather than an intentional, like bastardization of language, I hate it. Even when it's funnier than what I was trying to say, I have to like force myself to keep things like that in, unless it's like really funny and like, oh no, that's perfect. Fuck it, I'm keeping that. But oftentimes, like if I make a spelling mistake in a thumbnail, especially, or the title or thumbnail, like the first thing you see, that I fucking hate it when I do that by accident. Obviously, I use am a lot in my thumbnails and or titles, but yeah, instead of is or oh, what about the cacti in Rango? I haven't seen Rango in fucking donkey's years. I bet that film is way older than I'm expecting it to
Well,
be.
more than likely. I think it came out before the kids were born.
I think it did come out before. Oh god. uh, Rango film. Yeah.
Hey, Sick, can you do live action video in your armor and or blind reaction to stream by any chance?
It's 2 years older than the kids. Jesus Christ. That is a long goddamn time
The
ago.
biggest problem with the live action Sick is that it takes a lot to set up.
It's a lot of work. That's the thing about the live action.
And we don't really have the space for it, which is one of the reasons why we would like to buy a house that has an extra room.
The plan is that if I can eventually make it so that this channel like not just makes enough money to live like grown-ups, which is basically what it does now, but that I can expand it. The idea is to go and buy a house and buy a big house that has room for a studio. And because I've toyed with the idea of having a separate place where I would go to work, but A, it's ridiculously expensive, and B, it would involve leaving my house, which I don't like doing. There's people out there. So it makes more sense. Like we've been saving up, but you know, it's dribs and drabs. But one day, like I'm hoping to do some things that might bring in a little bit more money, and then start to really go on that. I wish I had no fucking compunction about doing fucking sponsorships, because there's so much money on the table I'm leaving there, but I can never. I've not met one that I thought was a good product, and I'm not gonna sell a shit product. I can't.
You almost to 100 subs. What kind of whiskey are you gonna drink when you get there?
Probably Eagle Rare.
I'm gonna say the same stuff you always drink, bourbon.
Well, I always drink Bullet Bourbon because that's my favorite sort of standard whiskey, and Eagle Rare is like the best one that I can easily get a hold of. I'm sure that there's far better ones, but I have been told Eagle Rare is pretty all right. Ever thought of doing stand-up shows? No. It would be more of a talk. If I ever did something like that.
Cinnamon Nights. Attempt 2. If you're dumb, I don't want to be smart. You are be cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, be like very cool. I saw Rambo at the cinema. Is that good enough? Christ, how old are you?
I saw Rambo. I saw Hamlet at the theatre.
Was hanging out with my mate Bill. Have you got any whiskey sponsor offers? I have not.
No, he's very sad about it.
I did get an alcohol sponsorship offer once, but it was early days, and I was weirded out when they asked for my address, which it makes all the sense in the world that they're gonna, yeah, you want to sample it, you want to actually try it, we have to have your address, and I'm like, but I don't want to give you my address. I'd rather not. So I might do something like that now in a way that makes sense. But
We need a
yeah,
PO box, dude.
that's a good fucking point. If I'd have had a PO box, I probably could have just said send it to my PO box, and I will drink your alcohol, and then say, it's all right. A psychiatrist is someone who will charge you money for answers that you can get for free with your wife or friends. Ha ha! You fool. How much do your wife and friends cost? Exactly. Do you watch Whiskey Tribe? No. I People don't understand about me and whiskey. I like the whiskey. I want all the whiskey. I don't fucking care about it. I just want it in my body. I'm not looking up the fucking information on what fucking whiskey does what. It's not.
It gets you drunk. That's all he
Yeah.
cares about. And it tastes nice.
Yeah. Drunk and tasty. That's what Mrs. Six called. It's her new name. Too bad you didn't have the chance to get Leo from Frog Leap Studios' house in Iceland about 5 years ago. It went from practically nothing in USD and has a full music studio shed in the enclosed backyard.
Wow.
I do know Leo from Frog Leap. He makes good covers that I have listened to regularly. But yeah. Sure, alcohol doesn't solve any problems, but then again, neither does milk. I don't know. Milk solves heartburn that you might get from whiskey, although you could have some problems after that. In regards to the title, sorry boss, I'm 67 and I'm still saying one of these days. Yeah, like I said, someday I'm gonna be dead. Milk solves chili problems. I've heard that it doesn't. That it kind of sort of you think it does and then it really doesn't.
I don't know. I don't
Stick
really...
doing.
I don't have chili problems, and I find it tasty.
I find it tasty. It's the other end that's the problem.
I don't even have that problem.
I know you don't. You're a fucking asshole. Sick doing stand up would mean he would actually have to stand up. Exactly.
Oh, fuck that.
But yeah, sponsorship for helmets and swords. Yeah, like this is a great stream. I mean, it's a stream. I'll give you that much. You are at least half correct. If you haven't seen the Mario movie, I recommend it. I took the kids; they loved it and loved it because and I loved it because nostalgia alone. Yeah, we've been thinking about that.
Only care that whiskey gets you drunk. Are you sure you're not Irish?
I do have Irish heritage, like strong Irish heritage.
And Scottish.
And Scottish. And probably Kentuckian too. Completely fucking random. Sour cream and shredded cheese help, which, oh my god, that's just fucking amazing. Don't you do that to me. Fucking dieting. It's like so sad. And we've genuinely been keeping up with it this time. Even with having a takeaway, but we like marked down all the calories and made sure that it was way under thing. And we literally didn't eat that day. You had nothing, and all I had was a bowl of cereal in the morning because we just forgot to eat. And we went, fuck it. We've got the spare calories. Let's fucking have a good time. Kentucky is dry. Yeah, but they make the straight bourbon. So do they make it there? Or does Kentucky straight bourbon come from somewhere else? I don't fucking know. Welcome to the weekly food chat. I was going to say we haven't been talking about food and literally just spoke about food 2 seconds ago. Sick has a rich Irish heritage. His blood is 100 proof. Certainly proof of my heritage. Haha. Yeah. Finally got to talk about food. I'm going to try and avoid it this time. Do I watch the streamer Destiny? I don't watch any streamers. Not regularly, anyway. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I watch the YouTube VODs of Point Crow because I find him quite entertaining, and so does Mrs. Six, so we watch him sometimes. He got fucked recently. Fucking Nintendo. Being Nintendo. If you don't know, Bullet is made in Indiana. Oh, okay. Well, it's nice, wherever it's made. But the guy Point Crow makes videos following Nintendo's guidelines on their gameplay stuff, and Yeah, they just decided to take them all down. Just fuck him, basically, because they don't give a shit. They're a fucking asshole of a company. Oh god. Whiny Plays is better than Point Crow. Yes, I don't know. I like Point Crow. He vibes with both of us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, you will find things are better if it is for you. I have a cup that constantly reminds me of my plight. It's a Tin Dad's Army mug, and on it has a big bold sign that says "Stupid Boy." Oof. It's not noodly appendages, it's spider legs. I spat my drink out while I was watching that. Yeah, you're welcome. I added many spider legs. I had to test it on Mrs. Sick to make sure that it had the appropriate visceral response.
No, wrong.
She fucking hated it, so I added more legs.
Oh, you added more after that. Oh.
Well, I gave it a double, and you looked at it and went, "Ugh," and I went, "You know what?" Oh, keep up the good work. I will try. But yeah, like I was saying, in terms of the live action Sir Sick, he will come back if we manage to get a house at some point in the future. Somewhere where I can have space to work and have things set up constantly. Spoonie is the goat still, especially the Ultima Retrospective. He was great. His fucking the Ultima Retrospective is one of my favorite things on the internet. But his live streams are just whatever. Like, various people are good and bad when it comes to that shit. But yeah, God, Spoonie is a fucking that's old school internet at this point. When was the last time you ate a horse? When was the last time I didn't? Yeah. Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Well, yeah, obviously. That is what that joke was in reference to. I said the words. Work, that ain't work. It be the funsies. I mean, YouTube work is work. Like, I'm sorry to burst anybody's bubbles. But if you want to become a good YouTuber or streamer, like, I wouldn't be a streamer. Fuck no. That looks like a full time. That's all they do, streaming. There's a reason these are only an hour long once a week. Because people expect you to just be on for fucking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours at a time.
Yeah, we did that before and it didn't go very well.
We have had a couple of very long streams and very drunk by the end. But yeah, but I just mean, like, as an actual, that's what you do. I was joking. Spoonie super washed. I mean, he did, but his Ultima Retrospective was really good. But blah, 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 blah. Oh damn! I thought this was a chat room. Your content is terrible and terrible for for terrible people. It's garbage. But thank you for having us, garbage dwellers. You're welcome. Yeah, people who do streaming all the time. I genuinely I'm sorry to tell you, but YouTube is actually really hard work. The worst part of YouTube is the sheer stress of just bullshit. I've been like, numbers wise recently, they have been sort of trending down for reasons that I can't quite fathom, and things that should have been successful just weren't for no reason. The fucking crossover I did with Paulosia, absolutely garbage numbers compared to what I would have expected, which is where I started to realize that YouTube must have changed something, because they do. They constantly fucking fiddle and then they break stuff. Streaming isn't quality, it's quality and community. Do you mean quantity? Oh, there you go. Yeah, you did. But the work, the work of that I would never want to do. I tried to stream at weekends a long time ago now, and I'd get like an hour in and I'd be done. maybe a couple of hours, and people want you there.
You feel the urge to perform,
Mm.
and
Well,
then
that's the other thing.
it's exhausting to you. So.
Well, my brother, I was speaking to him yesterday, and I was talking about games with him, and he said, "Oh, you know, it's quite fun to listen to you sort of talk about the games you enjoy. Have you ever considered doing game streaming?" And I said, "Yes, of course I fucking have." And God damn it, no, because I play video games to relax. That is one of my few outlets for just some me time. And must correct you, the worst part of YouTube is Kent Hovind. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it used to be. I think he was every single account he had has been banned, and that's terrible, terrible, terrible thing, and still very funny. Yeah, like we Mrs. Sick watches Jacksepticeye sometimes,
Yeah.
and he has games that he will literally not play on stream because they're for him.
Well, there was like Elden
And-
Ring. People kept saying, "Play Elden Ring, play Elden Ring." He's like, "No, that's my game. That's not for you."
And to me, like any game that I'm actually playing, that's some me time. I only play games when I have some me time, which is quite rarely. And so, you know what? You don't get it. Maybe when I give up and really sell out. But that ain't today. I like making my videos. They're nicely separated from like I said, me time. Mm. Everybody sucks. You want to justify ripping someone's head off. All right, calm down, fucking Limp Biscuit. Vine sauce is good. Okay. Is the correct response to Earth is flat, AIDS is fake? Oh my god. Oh, fucking Sunny Peaches. Now there's a name I haven't heard in a really long time. I think she disappeared off the face of the planet. If uh, my immediate thoughts go to really, really dark endings for that poor woman. And yeah, I feel sorry for her because she was fucking nuts, but she was also like quite charismatic and just said some really insanely crazy shit that was kind of dangerous. So, she needed holding to account, but I can't imagine things end well. Oh, Kadakarus, he's amazing. Reminds me of 2016 Jontron. Oof, Kadakarus. I mean, I remember watching him when he first started. I was watching some sort of it was an Evil Dead PlayStation 1 game because he's like the PlayStation 1 guy. And yeah, fucking hell, that was eons ago. I don't watch a lot of the stuff that I used to. She was mental. I mean, that's one way to put it. Mm. I was at Rock on the Range and a band busted into a cover of Break Stuff. It was awesome. See, in my head, Rock on the Range sounds like a concert at a gun club. And I feel like that could be an interesting experience as the band. play Freebird. No. Pew! Okay, we're playing Freebird. Peach's math lesson. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. His content has really transformed. I'm assuming you're talking about pour one and chill. Don't forget the missus. She pours her own. And if she wants one, she can have one. But, it involves getting up. And she ain't about that.
No, I'm not about that life.
She ain't about that life, no.
Hashtag chair life.
I mean, not that any of you seem to care, but my back isn't better. I mean, it's a little bit better, but it ain't fixed. I am still suffering from the back, although we have figured out that it's probably some kind of spider bite that has turned into just horrendous back pain, which is good fun. But I did manage to get from home to take the kids to school to then get back home again without completely losing my fucking mind. So that was good.
You've got 2 weeks.
I've got 2 weeks before I can basically rationally go to the doctors and say, because that's what the advice says. It says if it lasts more than 4 weeks, then you should go to the doctors then. But other than that, and the thing is, sitting in a doctor's office with this fucking back pain would suck. So I'm quite averse to it until I have to. Any spoilers for the next video? Which video? I have 4 in the timeline, 2 in Mrs. Six, checking it for...
Yeah, I'm marking it.
Marking it through for jokes that she's thought of. And then usually visual ones. And then I've written one today. So that's, what, 7? So...
yeah, it's like it's a full-time job.
It's like I'm taking it seriously. My God, I just realised something. The Earth is flat, and the ice wall is an ice cube in God's whiskey. We live down the strange hole there always is in the ice cube. I mean, that makes a certain sense. I do often see giant lips in the sky go... Whiskey neat on the rocks or whiskey stones? You're not going to like me. Whiskey and Pepsi Max. Fuck you. I like it. It tastes good. I mean, I like it on the rocks as well, but it depends on the whiskey. It has to be good whiskey. I can't have shit whiskey on the rocks, but I can have shit whiskey with pop, and it's nice. Maybe using a lightsaber instead of a big heavy steel sword will help your back a bit. Well, there's a theory about the lightsabers, and it says the way they swing it like a normal sword means that the light part of the lightsaber must have some weight, and it can't just come from the handle. So
does that mean light is heavy?
It either means that the light is heavy, or that obviously that the rules don't apply to this fucking cinema, fucking movies for kids. Although George Lucas said that, and then he made a fucking film about politics just for kids. We're going to take over the Senate. It's like, oh, fascinating. But someone showed it. It's like, if they didn't weigh anything, they'd fight like this. And he just waggled it as fast as he could. Because, yeah, that is what you do. It doesn't make sense otherwise. I mean, if you've ever played, like, a lightsaber combat game in VR, that's exactly what you fucking do. And it usually... unless it's programmed to act like it has weight, then you just do that and you kill everything super fast. And it's quite funny to watch people run up to you and you just stab. Spears are great in VR games, especially, again, if they don't have, like, actual weight, because you just go poke, 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 poke. I don't know if that's how they work in real life, but...
I really struggle with things like that, though.
What?
Like, we played, was it Arizona... Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and shooting people. Well,
there were zombies.
Well, zombies, but shooting, that was difficult for me. That felt really, really oh.
It made the brain go,
no, I couldn't.
bad.
Just the idea of like attacking something, it felt really unnatural to me. But then you go and play the other one, the Boneworks one,
Yeah,
where you like proper going for the guy.
There's this guy that you can spawn in infinitely, and then just run up to him and shove a broadsword through his head.
Oh God, I don't know how you could do it. That's so.
I like it when you do it, but he doesn't die, so he stands up and looks at you like you're the asshole.
No, I feel that was so unnatural. No.
Beer and soda here in Germany is still something I can't wrap my poor little brain around. Beer and lemonade. That's just a fucking...
That's shandy.
Yeah. Half beer, half lemonade. I think shandy happens everywhere. And even a lager top. You have a pint of lager, but you have a little bit of lemonade in the top to give it just a little bit of sweetness. To make it significantly less disgusting, because beer is gross. Lager and fucking beer. Yes, I don't like either. They don't taste nice. If you like them, good for you. Take it away from me. YouTube shorts for back stretches. I'm not sure what you mean about that, but I know that apparently I should do YouTube shorts just to have some shit in there and doing stuff. But it's just one of those things that's a job that I need to do at some point. Well, what I really need to do is to do like a thing and get you lot to send me like your favorite short out of context jokes that work on their own. And then when I've stripped out the 90% of it that was just doesn't make sense for what I asked for, I might get a little bit of content out of it without having to fucking just go through all my fucking videos, which would suck because I don't like hearing myself speak as much as I have been accused of. That's my favorite criticism of something I've said. It's not that they have anything to argue against what I said. It's that I either like to hear myself speak or that I love myself. And it's like,
Number one.
motherfucker.
That's for you.
You what?
Number one for you.
I like ale. Lager I can't do. I can do a shandy with the lager, and that's about it. Otherwise, it's gross. Diesel is beer and coke. That sounds really fucking rank.
That sounds like it will kill you more than make nice happy times in your tummy.
Kidneys, actually, liver can regenerate. NSAIDs make the filtery bits of the kidney die. Ask me about my chronic liver disease. What's an NSAID? We don't like hearing you speak either. No one likes the sound of their own voice. Yeah, the resonance. Thankfully, I make my voice sound like it does from my own head. At least when I'm doing the videos.
You have kind of like an after verb reverb with your voice because I think it's because you're so wide chested.
Yeah, she's calling me fat.
No, you actually have quite a broad chest. It's not about being fat.
I don't know. It's broad in many
it's
directions.
About being it's broad in many angles. Yes.
A woman walks into a bar and asks for a double entendre, so the bartender gives her one. That is one of my favorite jokes ever. Eat more whores. I mean, send some. To some extent, I have liver damage, thanks to Alave. What's that? Why do people keep bringing up things I don't know? You know the rules. Sorry, I missed the beginning. Teaching circle theory induces Lockheed, trig, and combined simultaneous equations, linear equations, and I need help. What the fuck are you talking about? Why do people keep saying things that I don't understand? I think you're comedy gold. Don't underestimate how good you both are at crafting jokes. I like to think I'm pretty good at craft. I can craft a joke. I have been accused in the past of exclusively stealing jokes, which pissed me off something fierce. It's like, I have used jokes that are known jokes. That's fine. I think that's just a thing of how telling lots of jokes works.
Well,
but you can't.
You reference some things you find funny.
Yeah.
It's called a pop culture reference.
A funny reference is just, yeah. And taking a joke and turning it into something different is also a fun thing to do. I think that a lot of comedy can be iterative. But, like, there's only so many fucking combinations of words in the world. Lawyer goes into a bar. Barman says, "You're barred." Lawyer says, "Thank God for that." Would you rather ride a horse or eat a horse? What kind of ride? When I was in quarantine, it was hard to be funny. Could only make inside jokes. Oh my God, get the fuck out. Naproxen side effects suck. Okay, again, we're mentioning things that I don't know what they are. Why? Stop it. Shakespeare goes into a pub. Landlord says, "You are barred." Fuck! Did you hear about the snowman who went on the killing spree? They said he went berserk. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. Sector of the circle is the maths divided by the consumption of whiskey equal larger belly. I mean, yeah, but that's not even a joke. I must be a master joke teller because people are always laughing at me. I mean, when I said I wanted to be a comedian, everyone laughed. No one's laughing now. That's a good one. I don't take pain relievers if I can help it. That's what the scotch is for. I mean, self-medication for the win. What do you mean terrible for you? Uh, would you rather ride 100 tiny horses or no, it's like would you rather ride 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Or fight them? I always like the fight ones.
I like the idea of like going about on a duck, like a giant one.
A big one with a
Yeah.
saddle called Duckington. She's giving me a look
Why would you call it Duckington?
because that's clearly its name.
No, because it would be
Duckington Ducksworth of the Duckington
I like it.
Smides.
Duckington in Ducking Town, so it works if you're going around town with it.
Duckington's Ducking Town. It's a duck about town. Two lawyers watch a hot woman walk down the road. One says, "I'd love to screw her." The other says, "Out of what?" That's fucking solid. People always seem to think I have a really impressive penis. Whenever I'm talking to someone and then I walk away, I hear them say, "What a dick." Yeah, that's not bad. You grown laughed though. I just came up with a joke the other day while smashing bagged ice with a hammer. Is that the fucking snowman one? Because I groaned because it was fucking stupid. Sounds like a joke I would write. An evil sheep goes into a bar. The bartender says, "You are bad." But why? It's just an evil sheep. Okay, let's stop with the fucking joke because I can't read jokes out for the rest of the stream. That's like, I can't imagine that being that entertaining. People can go find fucking jokes themselves. I want to talk shit about shit. All of my jokes are shamelessly stolen from Monty Python movies. I mean, they're a good place to get jokes. Let's be fair. And most of the time, you're not looking for someone to laugh at your haha highly original joke. You're looking for someone to go, that's that one from Monty Python. You go, yeah, and then you start fucking quoting it at each other for hours and hours and hours and hours as everyone around you begins to melt.
That's just us.
I know. What is the difference between a duck? Both its legs are the same. Thanks.
I feel informed.
It is very informed. For fuck's sake. I need to stop reading the jokes until they stop saying them. And that we change the subject. How was your last shit? Spicy. We had firecracker chicken last night, and it wasn't as spicy as other things, but it was definitely.
Really?
I can feel spice on the way out. Regardless of its strength.
I know firecracker was really tasty.
Yeah, you like firecracker.
Yeah, it's got chilies in it.
Well, yeah, there is that. Quite a lot of salt though. I was checking the packet today.
I could taste it.
Yeah, more than any of the other ones that we have.
I actually, when I was eating it, I was like, "Oh, this is really spicy. It's nice." I went, "It's like having bacon with chilies on it."
Delicious. I mean, it doesn't taste anything like bacon.
No, but oh my god, I love the taste of bacon, but fuck, it is really salty.
Oh yeah, we went to a place that serves food. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, the pub. There you go. And
there's alcohol. Yeah.
it's some kind of alcoholic beverage. I don't think we had a drink when we were there last time.
No, we didn't, because you weren't drinking.
Shh. You're not supposed to tell them that. And anyway, I'm drinking tonight, so it all works out.
It balances out.
I remember when I learnt that old steam trains ran on coke, not coal. I thought that meant the drivers would pour Coca-Cola into the engine and that made it go. Kids are fantastic.
To be honest, I would have probably thought the same.
It runs on Coke. What, like Coca-Cola? And if you're a little bit older, what, like cocaine? Isn't that a bit expensive? That is a very pricey way of running a fucking train. Oh. American bacon or British bacon? Danish bacon. It's actually good.
Where does the prayer session start?
That was like 2 hours ago. You'll have to go back in time.
Now it's time for tithing.
You what?
It's time for the tithing time.
Tithing, do you mean?
Tithing time.
Yeah, tithing time. 10% of your income as a super chat, please. Jesus Christ, can you imagine how much that would fucking be?
God, yeah.
And then 30% of it given to fucking YouTube. Like, I can't argue. I've had some people give me some stupid fucking super chats. But I can't deny that there's part of my brain that's really saddened by that. Because if you give me like $100 as a super chat, about half of that goes to YouTube. Because 30% of it goes to them. And then like another percent, I'm not 100% sure. Get it. Goes just into some other fucking charges that they do to you. So, yeah. Like, if you're expecting me to get even most of that money...
So, Sean Patrick getting the calculator out, so 10% of nothing is...
I mean, that's fair. The train that runs on cocaine that keeps going and going and going and going and going until it crashes. And it's killed 3 prostitutes and it's fucking broken... I don't know what people on cocaine do, to be honest.
Get burned holes in their noses.
No, I was thinking like that it's the drug of like yuppies. So they'd like
well, yeah, they would like they take it using
lose shitloads of money
well,
on
not
someone
that.
else's account and then get bailed out.
They take like snort it with money or something just to add to the experience.
Rolled up money, because the ink in the money helps.
Really?
I don't fucking know. They used to burn these drugs on locomotives. Well, like weed. Yeah, we're just going to go burn it. Oh, we're doing the world a public service. I gave as much as I can when I can, and I just enjoy hearing you read my comments. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
$19.99 a month to be good at the sex. Feel me. Am I made of money? Well, you're clearly not good at the sex. I'm 100% sure you're about 74% right about the fact that YouTube takes 50% of the 90% non-taxable whatever. Yeah, it's like ultimately, if that's the way someone wants to give me some money, I completely appreciate it. But I can't help but be sad that half of it almost is not going to go into whiskey. It is a tragedy. A true tragedy has never more befallen the world than me not being able to spend more money on whiskey. Coke is a form of bituminous coal that has been heated to drive off the volatile compounds so it burns cleaner, generally for use in steel making. Thank you, Don Harris. I feel like calling you by your name almost sounds like I'm taking the piss, but I'm not. Let's see them try and mainline Coke with Bitcoin. Yuppies these days are useless. That would be a fun thing to see. I mean, you can put Bitcoin onto USB drives. So, if you had some sort of straw-shaped USB flash thing, then you could kind of do that. Oh wait, Mrs. Sick, amazing artwork, flat Earth. So let's take the piss out of maps. They are all flat.
I didn't do the background. I just did
do the background. No. The background. No, I took the background from somewhere, and I also I cut it out. You can barely notice it, but the stars are now slightly animated. But it's hard to see.
Oh yeah.
Have you not noticed?
No.
Yeah, so
I only noticed because I'm really looking.
But it gives it a bit more life, a bit more vibrancy.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy.
I mean, it didn't make me happy. It was a pain in the ass, and no one noticed. So there you go.
I just saw a shooting star.
I'm a bit behind, but whiskey and Pepsi Max for the win. Oh, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I partied with a group of Uber passengers one night, and they rolled up a Turkish 5,000 notes and busted out an 8-ball of Coke. I don't know what an 8-ball of anything is. That is not the measurement that I would use to...
Is this an American system?
Is it like the size of a... I was going to say golf ball, then. You don't play pool with golf
So
balls.
was it like a meteor that is 5 giraffes tall is headed towards Earth? And it's like, oh, thanks, Americans. That was useful.
You should check out how the Atheist Experience has people donate directly to them so that YouTube doesn't get a chat cut. I mean, I used to have it set up so that people could do that, and then YouTube introduced super chats, and then I got fucking lazy. Also, yeah, there's other reasons why I haven't set that up yet involving fucking about, but yeah. I need to be less lazy and more like paying attention to things, but I'm very lazy. I can't help it. So unrealistic. You can't see the moon and stars at the same time. Otherwise, it's scientifically sound. You can't see the moon and stars at the same time. I'm pretty sure you can see the moon and stars. You can't see the sun and the stars at the same time. At least not exactly the same time. Depends if you're using metric or imperial. Imperial what? Golf balls. Wait, doesn't a globe count as a map? I mean, yeah. Doesn't it count? What's the difference between a globe and an atlas? I don't fucking know, but yeah.
Atlas has like a point of reference to show the sort of the circular.
Your
of
mum
it.
has a pointy reference.
No, my mum has a round reference.
Oof. You do still use miles over there. We do still use miles over here.
We use everything. We're all inclusive.
Yeah, every fucking type of measurement you will find within spitting distance of each other. It's fucking annoying, to be honest. We measure people in fucking feet and inches. We measure distances in miles. But then we measure, like, fucking milk in litres, but beer in pints. And it's just... In fact, no. We measure milk in litres and pints.
Yeah.
Because we're fucking assholes. It's really annoying. You could do a Ken Hovind and not pay tax and go to jail.
Atlas holds the globe, doy.
Of course. Atlas is a book. I like the fact that anybody bothered to seriously answer that question.
Well,
I'm just saying
I
pointless
say
shit.
a map is just flat, whereas an atlas shows the moving of the the curve of it.
You should convert everything into bananas. I am 11.1 bananas tall and weigh 840 bananas. That is, which kind? Is that like Cavendish or?
I always like that one. They say like a small banana, a medium banana, or a large one. And it's just like, but they don't actually tell you how big it's supposed to be.
You could at least give me a measurement, for fuck's sake.
Is it Linus who has a banana for reference?
Linus Tech Tips sell plushy bananas for scale.
Yeah.
So that, and they started off using bananas for scale because it was like a send up of other people for some reason would do that.
Yeah, it's common.
But obviously bananas come in different sizes.
It's like when people sell things on like Facebook
like
Marketplace.
A quarter for scale. Everybody has or what your local currency is. That is a good scale. But a fucking banana is the most stupid fucking scale for anything you could ever goddamn do. Because they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. It's fucking hilarious. But to be pardon me. To be fair, the one that they then turn into a plushie as a banana for scale, if you have one, you can actually go, oh, so it's about that big. Cool.
We have people of culture measuring things in plantains.
My penis is 1.5 plantains long. Wait. I have no idea how long my penis is in plantains. That was a joke. Don't be going, aha, now we know how long your penis is, I think. because it's 3 Cavendish. Anyway, the metric system is the tool of the devil. My car gets 40 rods to the hog's head, and that's the way I like it. Oh my god. That is a good fucking joke. There are some fucking, especially old Simpsons, there are some fucking bangers of jokes in the old Simpsons. I have a favorite and my brain is not remembering it. One of my favorites is Homer trying to exercise. It's a newer, not by today's standard actually, but it was newer at the time, but it's still a good joke. When Homer's trying to get fit and then he runs past the gym and he goes, "What the hell's a gime?" And then he walks in and goes, "Oh, gime," which is just such a good joke. Oh, unless you're measuring bananas. I mean, if you measure bananas with bananas, but different types of bananas, and I only know the names of 2, which is cat. I know, no, there's a Grosh Michael is another banana. Yeah, banana expert.
I'm really surprised that none of the Whiskey Club have used the penis joke banana in the emojis.
That's a good point. There's many of you with the green text and the whiskey glasses, and you have banana. You have bananas in your arsenal. Oh well. How many Schrute bucks to the Stanley Nichols? What the I don't know if that's a joke or like some really old bullshit money. I'm not inserting Ray Comfort into me. He's not actually a banana. There it is, Demon Orb. Demon Orb knows. This conversation is bananas. My foot is 1 foot long. I mean, Gross Michael is nearly extinct next, and the Cavendish is next. That is true. I have done my banana research. I don't know. I know that the Gross Michael is considered the more banana-y banana. And the people who've tried it say that it's way better because...
So you know more about bananas than you do whiskey.
I thought you were going to say, you know more about bananas than your own children. What's this one called? I don't know. Neither do I. We should get new ones. The best one I've seen is the rock slide that resulted in a road being blocked by a large boulder the size of a small boulder. Oh, we watched a video on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
That America will use literally anything but the metric system. That fucking video is hysterically funny. I might have to rewatch that, but yeah. If you haven't, I can't remember the name of the guy, but look up Americans will use anything but the metric system for something that tickles my pickle, if you know what I mean. But we are coming up on the 1 hour mark and I am desperate for a piss. So I am going to end things here and say thank you for coming, you fucking mad bastards. Had a fun time, but yeah, like I said, I need to do a great big steamy pile of piss. So
and then you have to go back to work.
Sick, would you consider a meetup? Only when I'm extremely fucking wealthy and stop giving a shit. So, you know, make that happen and I'll say hi. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Toodles.